Fresno. In summer, the sun burns in a reminder that we live in a reclaimed desert. In winter, there is a fog shroud that hangs over the city until your very soul packs its bags and gives you an ultimatum. The place demands humor and tolerance. We are an inscrutable branch of Americana, gateway to the well-trampled Sierras, row upon row of sun-bleached orchard and vine, agribusiness capital, purveyor of produce. Fresno has been plagued for decades by fill-in-the-blank notions of what and who we are. We've been the self-conscious kid in high-water pants at the World Prom for too long.
My name is Jim Bixler from the Wild Blue, host of the 1990s Artists Awards presentation. The program you are about to see, The Contemporaries, was a coming-out party of sorts, a celebration of the indigenous music, art, and literature of the San Joaquin Valley. This event honored the work of Fresno artists who have toiled through doubt, demons, hunger, and eviction notice right here in the Big Raisin, Fresno, California.
As the senior Fresno poet and one of the many responsible for turning this place into a hotbed of poetic activity, I feel it is appropriate that I represent the writing community of our town and thank you, Chuck Moulton, for all you've done to make poetry the best local and national poetry available to a wide, non-academic community. May you and poetry continue to thrive. I am proud to present you this Lifetime Achievement Award. Come on up here, Chuck.
It's called Casa de Fruta, Casa de Burger, Cassidy Coffee, De Playground, and Cassidy Cold Duck. It's appropriate with all the censoring going on. On Highway 152, going west over the Pacheco Pass, we stopped at Casa de Fruta. And Lindy, you had a buffalo burger, and I had French fried onion rings and apple cider at Cassidy Burger. And at Cassidy Fruta, I bought a pineapple and we held hands and walked over to Cassidy Playground and looked at the white deer. Then I went into Cassidy Vino and bought a bottle of cold duck and walked out into the cold. We drove 2 miles and turned off and bared our after having gotten out, hopping around through the hickly blanket of flowering mustard that evidently had been seeded here by the hands of Padres as they rode up from San Diego at the turn of the century on horses. And anyway, as I came up in the flowers from mission to mission, pulling out my little foot some 70 years later, I noticed it was covered with a lizardy slick that sparkled in the morning.
I'm honored. I feel a little bit out of place to be paying tribute to Judy Knapp Bixler, especially on her birthday. I didn't play music with Judy, and I'm not a friend or a relative. I'm just a guy who makes his living listening to music and then writing about it. In the process of doing my job, I hear a lot of music, and some of it's pretty bad, and some of it's terrific, and a lot of it falls somewhere in between. What I and others in my profession look for is music that's played for love, not for money or fame. A weak singer with soul is better than 10 great but uninspired voices. Judy Bixler had the voice and the passion. Everything she sang, I believed it because she convinced me that she believed it. And anyone who ever heard her sing Satisfied Place knows what I'm talking about. I was touched by Judy Bixler's music, as most of you were. Some of you were touched by her in a more personal way. And together, let us honor her memory.
There are those of us who are Over the years, I've heard too many times that the Fresno music scene is dead, or worse yet, even non-existent. And if you had the opportunity to see the ballot for this evening, or if you frequented the Blue, or any of the small handful of clubs we have here in town over the years, or even if tonight's your first night out, then you've had the opportunity to experience some of the most talented musicians. Their only real downfall, if they must have any, is that they have to live around here, and they go mostly unrecognized. So hopefully soon we'll be able to wake up some of those strange people that make up Fresno's majority to the fact that they can get out from in front of their content cable televisions and get out into the clubs and really find out what kind of talent we do have here and pay witness to that.
So you wondered about your trick bag, leans on into hip bag, but you ain't just exactly sure what's hip. You're starting to let your hair grow, big bucks on your wardrobe. Somebody knows there's much more to the trick. What is hip? Tell me if you think you know. What is hip? You're really hip. The person is you. You're really hip. You're doing the hip trip. What is hip? You became a part of a new breed, smoking only the best weed, and hanging out with the so-called hippie set. Seen in all the right places, seen with just the right faces. Should be satisfied, but still it ain't quite right. What is hip? Tell me if you think you know. What is hip? If you're really hip, the person in control. You're really hip. Yeah, you're doing the hip trip. Well, what is hip? What it is, hip as shit. What it is, hip as shit. What it is, sometimes hip as shit. What it ain't. You went out and found you a guru, and never to find you a new you. But the so-called heavy set. So you started to find the right road. But one thing you should know, what is hip today, it might become passé. What is hip? Tell me if you think you know. What is hip? Well, if you're really hip, the person is to show where you really hip. Yeah, you're doing the hip trip. What is hip? the keyboard. Coleman Head on the guitar. Bill Bixler playing the tenor saxophone. We can't thank you enough, can't thank everybody enough. There's a crew of people that work here that always go unnoticed that I'd like to make mention of. It's the people that work here day in and day out, the bartender, the cocktail waitress. Those people are here all the time supporting this music. And Tom and his crew. And of course there are the technical people. Jay Van Horn, Bob Martin, and Lance Kincaid that do the sound. Nathaniel August Butler on the lights, and several people that do that. Of course, we can't go without saying thank you to the radio stations that are involved in live music here in town. There's nothing like coming here to the Wild Blue and seeing live music here in Fresno, the premier nightclub. And to Channel 18 for documenting this all on tape. We'll see you all next year, won't we? Won't we see you next year? What is it? What is it? It's the Wild Blue. What is it? The Bixlers and everything they do. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Thank you. Good night.